Let's make one for the deep state of Texas. Down in the heart of the deep state of Texas, there at Houston, where Bill and Hillary Clinton did lots of business in uptown Houston with the Bushes. That was their favorite destination, right next to Sharpstown. The old Sharpstown scandal down there on East Tex 59, there down towards Sugar Land. And Tom DeLay and the boys. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to, confuse y'all with the Summit Arena Towers and Cat Wolford too much. But when you get down to the very nitty-gritty in the bottom of it, you got to understand that Professor William K. Black, he understands what I'm talking about when I say Catherine Austin Fitts and Linda Minor and the quintessential joust of the deep state in uptown Houston. This is amazing stuff, isn't it, George H. Bush? And W, you can take notes, my young friend. Good old W. Bush and the, the Triad Mafia, the Bin Ladens, the Gabanafars, the Khashoggis, Bobby Corson, Michael Atkinson, the whole gang around Herman K. Beebe, and the boys from Allied Bank, Nations Bank, and Republic Bank, and all those other Mainland Savings and Gibraltar Savings and all that other mess going on across the street from the Allen B. Sadler Administration Building of the Montgomery County Courthouse Complex. How about that, Judge Sadler? You see, Mr. Sadler, old Roland Carnaby from Willis, you know where Willis is, Judge Sadler, and Imelda and Ferdinand Marcos of the Philippines were hugely involved in real estate scheming and scamming with every other damn savings and loan and bank and mortgage company, like Taylor Bean and Whitaker, like WAMU, and Bank of America and Wells Fargo and Republic Bank, Nations Bank. I can name banks and savings and loans all afternoon. Directly connected to the financing of the deep state. Donald J. Trump. When you bring Vladimir Putin to the United States, you should take him down to 1300 Main Street and talk to him about the Western banks and John C. McCone. Wow, the Cold Warrior, old John McCone, and his pals over there at the Houstonian Estates. And, I'm just going to tell you, folks, that when you look into this 9/11, Oklahoma City bombing of the Murrah building, and all these funny real estate deals, all these funny dirt deals, and if you need a definition on dirt dealing, get a hold of Hillary. Her State Department and her foundation there, her re-election, foundation, re-election fund, the foundation, the State Department, Hillary knows exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about dirt dealing and, Quapaw Title and the Arkansas Industrial Development Bank and old Kenneth Starr. Now, people think I'm talking in circles and I'm being confusing, but folks, I want you to pay attention to this fact. The American banking system, the American financial system, the machine of mortgages and mortgage lending for real estate scheming and scamming has been robbed for so much money you can't even count it. There's so much money missing from the U.S. Treasury and the Department of Defense and the Pentagon. It's unfreaking believable. And if you doubt me, ask what happened to the FSLIC when it went bankrupt. And when the FDIC began covering up for all those funny little real estate deals all over America And funny thing is, it went global. It's all over the world. Ask my Australian banking crusaders, and ask my friends out in California. They're the Stop the Recording Fraud group. You see, Judge Alan Barb Sadler, I got friends all over America these days, and I don't need to depend on Tim Weaselman from the Courier or Jim Fredericks. I said that right, Dr. Wilkerson. I don't need to depend on Jim Fredericks or Jim Snow. Wasn't that his name, old Jimmy Snow, there that used to run Barb Sadler's office? I think he worked for Alvin Stahl, too. And I know he worked for the newspaper. I know at one time he was with the Conroe Courier, the local rag sheet. But folks, I don't know. Let's get down to brass tacks here. How do you finance all this black bag stuff? I mean, who's writing the checks and paying the bills for the deep state? Donald J. Trump, this is a question for you. What the hell is Jeff Sessions doing? And Christopher Wray and Jimmy Comey and Robert Mueller and good old Kenneth Starr, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have any questions, I don't know, get a hold of William K. Black and Tosh Plumley. I guess you can't talk to Rodney Stitch anymore. He's dead. Maybe, no, Barry Seal's dead too. They even killed Barry Seal, you know. And the list just goes on and on and on, folks, associated with all these toxic zombie real estate deals, these toxic zombie developments. And if you need the lowdown on the toxic zombie developments, start reading up on the White Elephant Liquidator, the White Elephant Lady, old Catherine Wolford, and follow her in her career track. Right, Cat Wolford? You went from FDIC bank liquidation specialist, working for the Carlyle Group in Bearing Point. And now I guess you're over there at the World Bank. Wow, you're just going right straight through the roof there, Catherine Wolford. The bank liquidation specialist who became the fraud investigator for the World Bank. And George Bush's, you're either with us or you're against us. And then you get to go to the green zone. Right, Cat Wolford? Yeah, you know damn well what I'm talking about, Linda Minor. She was from the Harris County Attorney's Office. She can tell you all about the quintessential joust of the Bin Ladens and the Khashoggis and the Gabanafars and the Southwest Depot over there next to the Buffalo Airlines. Right next door to the Waco Magbag, the Branch Davidian, you know, retreat in Waco, Texas. That's Southwest Depot. Folks, America, you've been played, man. You have been played on a giant scale. And I'm going to cut this one short. You can find all the information and links you want below.